We've got a bit of some wild once human information to go over today. Well, not really wild, actually, more on the predictable side of things, if you ask me, because for the past few years now, cheating inside of video games has taken over, probably even going back further than a few years, because if we're being honest here, there have always been scumbags out there cutting corners in competition however they can, but it has gotten insane. The amount of not only rage cheaters and cheat developers on the scene, but also the amount of closet cheaters because of the incentive or prestige has just absolutely blown up over the past couple of years. This leads me into what I'm talking about today because Once Human's Prismverse Clash scenario is running into some issues, like nobody saw that coming. But if you don't know, the Prismverse Clash scenario is a faction-based PvP season inside of Once Human, where I believe they have turned on the open world raiding system, meaning that you have the ability to raid other people's bases similar to Rust. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but the way that you go about obtaining points in this scenario is by having your faction secure deviants inside of your base. Now that we have the basics of the game mode out of the way, 23 minutes ago, Once Human posted over on X detailing none other than exploits, as well as their plans to address these exploits. This isn't even the cheating problem. I'll get into that. This, for me, leads into that cheating problem in a much smaller form, of course, and it just goes to show you how easily people are led into routes of cheating the system in order to obtain competitive advantages. Essentially, what is happening here is that players have been exploiting terrain features such as mountains and bodies of water in order to become invincible or nearly invincible while securing prism deviations, that being the main way of obtaining faction points. This, for me, is probably the main reason that I rarely get too deeply engaged into PvP style games that are like this or Rust, for example, where losing a lot of grind time can come down to the fact that you are being tracked through a wall and stalked like an animal from 3 hills away. Unfortunately, this cheating epidemic is leaking into games like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, etc. Both of those being games that I quit playing altogether because of the cheating. But let's go ahead and finish reading their post here to see exactly how they are going to go about fixing the problem. And then we're going to look at some replies though, because I think those paint a better picture here. But Once Human says that they will soon be introducing a detection system for prism deviations. I'm assuming this is going to pinpoint whoever is securing them on the map, but they also say that you will no longer be able to place them inside of water. It's a so-so fix. I haven't played this, so I don't even know if it's even salvageable at this point. Let me know down in the comments if you have played this scenario and what you guys think about this fix here. But let's go ahead and jump into the comments because there are a couple that I want to highlight. The first says, cool, but on my server we are losing by 3,000 points because of these exploits. In parentheses, they put inside of mountains and also the use of malware. I can only imagine that the cheaters are absolutely rampant in this game mode. Let me know if you are playing this scenario and the cheating is as bad as I imagine, but I just picture it being like Rust official servers, if not worse. But the second comment that I wanted to touch on here says, being smart is not a violation. Secondly, your fun experience is highly unbalanced, so fixing a wrong game design should be priority, not calling out players who find loopholes. I do agree with this comment to an extent. However, with this being meant to be a competitive scenario, I do think it would be blatantly obvious if you were doing something that was out of the bounds of outsmarting the system or finding a loophole. You know, if you're securing deviants while they're inside of a mountain, that's obviously an exploit that is game breaking and not meant to be happening. However, if you ended up putting it in the water or something and didn't realize that it was invisible to other players while it was in the water, or you did even realize that it was invisible, but it's still breakable, you know, like I could see that as an honest mistake. But I think that chances are the people who are using this argument were just securing deviants inside of a mountain and now just wanting to play dumb like they didn't know that was a problem. Either way, I don't think this was a scenario that was meant to be taken seriously. I don't think PvP inside of Once Human or any game should be taken seriously. Cheaters overtook Pal World, and there was zero PvP and zero incentive to take over those games. And yet, on day one of Pal World official servers, there were cheaters galore. I don't want to end the video without giving you guys a easy solution to the cheating problem, and that is to make it criminally illegal. Just come together as a worldwide law, the first worldwide law. You know, if you're cheating in a video game and you're caught cheating in a video game, 15 years.
Because you'd be in jail.
Let me know what you guys think about the Prismverse Clash scenario. Check out the video I just made breaking down the upcoming Way of Winter scenario, but that's all I wanted to break down in this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm out.